Is your team using both Jira and Jira Service Management to track bugs, incidents, all kinds of things through an intake in JSM? But do you wish that those items in JSM could be seen in Jira whenever they need to be escalated to your developers? Well, there's a few ways to do this natively. Some of them cost you a lot of money. Some of them cost you a lot of time, specifically automation rules. But what if I told you that there was an easier way? Well, in this video, we're going to be exploring elements, copy, and sync. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up this escalation policy and make this just so intuitive, so easy with just a few clicks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you drop a like, and let's jump into it. So you can achieve everything I'm about to do through an automation rule, but there's a couple of things that you should be aware of. Number one, you have to create the automation rule, and it's not trivial. You have to know what you're doing to get a sync happening between one tool and the other. Then you got to get the fields to sync, you got to get the attachments to sync. It's just a whole thing, especially when it comes to comments. Next, you also have limits on your usage. If you have a consistent flow of work going from JSM to Jira, you're going to use up your automation limits very, very quickly. And then the whole thing comes to a stop, and that's not good. And so I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up this escalation policy with elements, copy, and sync. Let's jump into it. So here I have a Jira Service Management project. And one thing I want you to note in this project is that I have a status of sent to developers. This is going to be very, very important because I don't want everything from JSM to come over to Jira. And just like with an automation rule, we want to be very prescriptive because we don't want this thing firing off all the time. And so let me show you how easy it is to get this all set up. Make sure you use the link in the description below. You're going to want to set up elements, copy, and sync. But once it's installed, you're going to be able to go into elements, copy, and sync. And we're going to set up a new recipe. Now, make sure you stay tuned for the entire video because I'm going to show you what both of these buttons do. I'm going to show you how to do it with the method that shows you all the possibilities and features first. So let's click on create a new recipe and we're going to select copy and synchronize Jira issues. Notice that you have a few other options for different use cases, but this particular use case we're focusing on, JSM escalating to Jira, is going to be this copy and synchronize. Select that one, click next. From here, give it something good. Make sure you give it a good description. So I'm going to go JSM to Jira to just really call out what this is doing. Give it a description if you want. Then on the target, make sure you pick local. However, this tool is flexible enough for you to work if you're JSM or if you're doing a different Jira that is not that specific Jira, you can actually connect to a different Jira. But we're going to keep it local just to keep things simple, but just be aware of that option. Once you have that, we are not going to go into our source. So this is the project that is going to house the original work item. In this particular case, we are looking for our JSM project. So I'm going to type in the key and get my demo project. And then you can leave the rest alone or you can fine tune whatever you need. Now, because this is going to be an automated sync, I'm going to show you a step a little bit later that is going to basically only send the issue over when I enter that sent to developer status. And because of that, I don't have to set up anything else here. But if you weren't going to do this in an automated way, I would recommend you set these up here. As you scroll down, you can leave this copy source issue selected. Or if you are using a hierarchy, you can select the other one here. Now, again, I'm keeping things simple, so I'm going to do that and leave the first one. You can run a test just to see if any issues are found. In this particular case, I have 29, so that's good. We have some data to work with. Click on next, and now we got to determine our target. And we got to determine where are we going to be copying this particular issue to. And so this is going to be our Jira software project. Now you can do one-on-one, you can do one-to-many, or you can be dynamic. Again, total flexibility for you. I'm going to keep things simple. We're going one-on-one. Now you got to select the project we're going to go to. So I'm going to send it over to this APTech RN demo, and we're going to go down. We're going to pick a bug. I always want this to come in as a bug. Anything from JSM, I want it to be a bug. Okay. And then you're going to basically select, do we want to link things together? We do. We want to block by. Do you want any watchers? No. Do you want to display the newly created issue in the portal? I'm going to say no as well. I don't want my customer to worry about two particular requests. I want all the interactions to happen to the original request. Up next, we have the content. And so we are going to synchronize some fields. And the first one I'm going to pick is a summary. And what you need to worry about here is make sure that you are syncing, especially make sure you click on the slider here, make sure you're syncing your required fields. So in this particular case, I have description and I have my summary, but your mileage is going to vary. So make sure you pick fields that are required in your target project. And if you don't know, you should find out first so you save a couple of headaches. Next, we have this option here to synchronize which way we want the data to go. You can go just from the source, from JSM to Jira. You can go from Jira to JSM, or you can go bidirectional. I'm going to go bidirectional in this case. You then have the option to copy your existing comments if they exist. I'm going to bring those over. Synchronize your comments. I'm going to want those over. And again, at this one, you get to pick which way do you want comments to go. I'm going to go bidirectional, but just know that you have a few options. As we scroll down, I'm going to leave some of these other options alone. I'm going to leave them off, but I am interested in the attachments. So I'm going to copy the attachments and synchronize the attachments. Basically the same thing I did with the comments. So very, very easy. Leave this one alone. I don't have any subtasks, so I'm going to leave that off, and I don't have any other links, so I'm going to turn that off. But again, your use case might be different, so read through these and turn on the ones that make sense for you. Once you're done with that, you're going to simply click on next over here. And then we are on the workflows. Now, I'm going to leave the workflows alone, but if you wanted to map your done status, then you need to set this up. And what I mean by that is when the Jira software ticket goes to done, if you want the JSM one to go to done, that's when you want to configure the workflow. Now, to do this correctly, you're actually going to need to know the workflows for both of the projects. And so this is a little bit more annoying than anything else, but not because of elements, but because just how Jira works every once in a while. And so what I recommend you do is I recommend you open up a different tab with your project if you are going to go down this route. Go into your demo service project, go into your project settings, and go to your workflows for the particular issue type that we're going to be syncing. Now, this is the one that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to see if I can copy and paste this from here. I'm going to send it back to my original one and see if I can paste it. There we go. So here's my source. And then I want to do something very similar for my destination project. And so I'm going to go over to my destination project, assuming I can find it here. Here it is. We're going to look for the workflow for the bug. And so this is the same workflow. So awesome. So we're just going to copy this. And then we're going to go back over here to our target, look for that. And now we want to add a mapping. And so this is where in the source, when we go to resolved, we want to move it to done, and then vice versa. When we are done in the target, we want this one to move over to resolved. And that's the only one I want to worry about. Okay, click on next when you're done with that. And then your trigger. And you don't have to worry about anything here because we're going to be doing the trigger as a post function. So just simply click on save and then click on activate. And then you're almost there. We are almost there. We just need to automate this so that it happens automatically. So to do this automatically, all you need to do now is go back into Jira, and we want to go into our service management project. We want to go into that source project. We want to go to the project settings. We want to go to the workflows. And then we want to find the workflow for either the work type, the issue type that we're going to be impacted by this sync. And so this is the very last one. I'm going to click on edit workflow here. And then I like to be in diagram mode. And so we'll go over there, find my status that I care about, find the transition into that status. And then on the far right-hand side, we're going to click on post functions over here. And so that'll open up a new tab. And so in the new tab, we are simply going to click on this add a post function. And then over here, you'll notice that we have a new elements copy and sync. This is available because you've installed the elements copy and sync app on your Jira. So select that, click on add. And then comes the best part. Because we did all the other steps already, we now have a recipe available. And so you're going to click on this JSM to Jira, and then make sure you turn this one on because you do not want this thing happening twice. You can copy the comments on transition as well if you want to. It's all up to you on how you want to do this. Click on add. And then finally, you're going to want to publish your workflow. So make sure you hit that publish draft. I never save a backup, so I always click on no and then hit publish. In addition to the post function method that I just showed you, you can also create an automation rule that basically does the same thing. And you always have the option to click into the issue itself, click on the actions button, and run the recipe manually. And so at this point, we are ready to test this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our JSM project, and then we're going to pick one of our requests that have come in, and we're going to send them over to Jira. So just simply go back into Jira and go into your Jira Service Management project, find one of these items that are appropriate, and we're gonna send it to our developer. So we're gonna take this one right here. It says, I need help, my computer doesn't work. We're gonna click on this one, send to developers. And that's pretty much it. The post function that we just created is going to take care of the sync and it's going to trigger the thing. And again, you're not having to use up an automation rule, and there are no limits to the usage of how many times you can do this. So these are very, very good over the alternative, which is to use an automation rule. And now that I've waited a couple of seconds and given elements copy and sync a moment to take action, I can open up this demo 17. And I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and you're going to see that I now have my AAD 110, same title. And this, my friends, is a brand new bug that was created in Jira software that is linked to our JSM ticket. And this is really good. We can add a comment here and go, I got this one, I'll take care of it. And when you hit save, your comments are going to be bidirectionally synced, again, depending on how you set it up. My attachments, if it had any from the customer, they would be attached and synchronized as well. So really, really cool. I can open up demo 17 now, and you're going to see that my comment is right there. I got this one, I'll take care of it. And if I add a comment here, it'll go back as well. One thing you should note though, is that those comments from Jira are coming in as a private comment, as an internal note. And so if you wanted to expose it, you would have to come in here, click on edit, and change it to reply to customer. That way the customer can see it on the portal. So it's up to you. I kind of like that they're private because usually the developer and your IT agent are gonna wanna probably have a private conversation, and only your agent should send things over if needed to that customer. And now I promised you at the beginning that if you stuck around, we'd see a different way to do all this, because even though this was really, really easy, Elements Copy and Sync has a little special treat for us. So I'm gonna go back into the app, and this time I'm gonna click on Quick Start. Just make sure you keep in mind that when you do the Quick Start method, not all of the features and capabilities are there. This is really just designed for that escalation use case, but you can of course tweak it from there. And when I select this, I'm gonna do the try now. And then I'm gonna select a JSM project. So we're gonna pick the same one, and we're gonna select a Jira software project, and I'm gonna click on next. And this is basically telling me, what do I wanna sync? Basically the same stuff that we did earlier, but in a lot less steps, right? It's already pre-selected for us. Yep, we want all this. Click on next, give it a name. It already recommends a name, issue escalation template. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Click on escalation recipe and watch the magic happen. So I didn't have to do anything. I did not have to do anything at all. And now when I check out my recipes, I have a brand new recipe that is ready to go. It already has a target. It has everything that I need. All I need to do now is go do that post function. Of course, you can tweak and edit some of this if it's not up to what you wanted, but just in a few clicks, you can see how easy and in just seconds we can set it up. So again, much, much better than trying to figure out all the technicalities of how to get an automation rule to work, and even better than actually working through the app, because it took me a few minutes to set it up, but a few seconds to do the quick start. So new feature that I wanted to make sure you were aware of. Now, of course, you can use automation rules to achieve the same thing, but you got to consider how better this method is. Not only is it easier to set up, but it's also easier to maintain. And think about the automation usage that you're now saving. Instead of running a few different automations to make this all kind of get Frankenstein together, you have one recipe that is just going to run automatically and do it all for you. So you don't have to worry about it. You save on the limits though. I want to re-emphasize this. Every time that you run an automation rule that successfully runs in your instance, you are costing your team, your company, an automation rule execution. And we have limits. There are no limits with Elements Copy and Sync. So that's something you should be considering, especially if your company is running a lot of limits or you have a limited amount of usage limits. And then finally, consider that you're saving on Jira licenses. You don't have to give JSM licenses to your developers because the work comes to them. And so that's something you should be considering when you're comparing and contrasting your options. And make sure you use that link down in the description. You definitely want to start your free trial to Elements Copy and Sync. And let me know in the comment section how much time you're saving from not having to create automation rules and not having to pay double for your engineers to also have an agent license in JSM. And so this is just a much better experience at a fraction of the headache. So make sure you check it out. Use that link down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like if you got value out of this video. Share this video with everybody you know. And again, make sure you use that link down below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.